Bruce, I know anybody who steps up, you want them to step up in one place, one of your starters. But when you went back and watched the film of the NFC title game, what were you missing without Antoine Winfield on the field? That was the first time you've seen your guys play without him.
You know, Mike Edwards had a heck of a ball game. And then when Andrew Adams had to go in, he's solid. He knows what he's doing. Twan is a very dynamic player and an excellent blitzer, excellent player. But we do have some depth at safety. And I thought Mike Edwards stepped in and did a heck of a job.
Next, we'll go to Gary Klein.
Hey, Bruce. Can you take me through what brought you to bring Todd McNair onto your staff there in Tampa Bay and how he has helped Ronald Jones specifically, but all your running backs this season?
Todd was with me in Cleveland and heck of a running back. He played for me in Kansas City, knows exactly the way I want things taught and how to teach them. And I was really happy to get him back in, He went some tough times there after all the stuff with USC. And he does a great job, especially with Rojo, having been an SC guy. They hit it right. They hit it off. He gave him a lot of confidence. That's all Ronald needed. He needed confidence. He's done a great job handling LaShawn and helping Leonard. Everybody accept their role. T-Mac's a heck of a coach.
Next, we'll go to Jeffrey Arnold.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about the status of Kenyon Barner in terms of your special teams? I know you brought him in off the reserve list. What's his status going into the game, and is he practicing, or can you anticipate him being activated for the game? He
is practicing, and it'd be a late call to see if we activate him for the ball game. Jaden Mickens has been handling the return stuff, but Kenyon is an excellent special team player for us, and if we can get him up, we'll get him up.
Next, we'll go to Jess Stainbrook.
Hi, Bruce. So you've been to the Super Bowl as an assistant coach with the Steelers, Super Bowl 43. What's the difference between the role as an assistant coach versus the role as a head coach now?
Well, I think the scheduling is the biggest thing and the feel for your team. I was a receiver coach in Super Bowl 40 and the coordinator in 43 and 45. It's different just getting half of the side of the ball ready. You have to make all those decisions on. Now, we're so lucky this year we don't have to travel. So for us, it was a matter of practice schedules and making sure our team is fresh, yet ready to play.
Next, we'll go to Greg Auman.
Hey, Bruce, you were talking about safety, but you had so many positions where your depth has been tested at guard, at running back, at corner, at D-line. I just want to ask you how much of this success you've had has been insulating against injuries and having good depth in place.
Yeah, it's a heck of a roster. There's no doubt about it. Rojo goes down. We have Leonard. We have Shady. Keyshawn Vaughn had a good role there for a while. I think at all the places, I love our depth. Aaron Stinney has stepped up. We had a lot of trust in him. On and on and on. Nacho's done a great job in Vita's place, and getting Steve McClendon was huge for us down the stretch, especially in the running, stopping the run. But Jason Light has done a great job of putting depth throughout this whole roster. And even on our practice squad, we've got some practice squad guys that could really start for us.
Next, we'll go to Karen Loftus.
Hey, Coach, at this point in the season, protecting your routine is major. How much are you emphasizing to your guys, stick to your routine, protect your routine, and how much is it helping being at home, everything staying the same?
Yeah, it's really, really amazing to just be in our facility, be in our locker room, on the practice field, same drive to work every single day. And being able to stay in that routine has been critical because normally you're jumping on a plane or you're either at another team's facility or a college facility and getting accustomed to that the first few days, different meeting rooms. So that's been huge for us, as it has been for Kansas City, staying there until Saturday, just staying in our routines.
Next, we'll go to Arthur Rodriguez.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Jacqueline Davidson and her importance in building this team?
Excuse me, say it again, please.
Can you talk about Jacqueline Davidson and her importance in building this team?
Yeah, Jackie's awesome, man. She knows the rules inside out, knows the cap inside out. She is a great addition to the front office and her connections to New York and all the rules and everything. We never have to worry about breaking any rules. She's on top of everything.
Next, we'll go to Claudia Gestra.
Bruce, you defeated some good offenses with very good quarterbacks, but now on the other sideline will be Patrick Mahomes. Is he just another quarterback, or does he bring something to the game most other quarterbacks don't have?
Yeah, he's unique. He's very unique. There are no other quarterbacks that run out to the right and then throw it all the way back across the field to the left. You teach him not to do that, but he's great at it, so you let him do it. He's an amazing player to be able to backpedal and throw the ball so far accurately down the field. A great scrambler. There's nothing about his game that's not better than most.
We'll go to Ryan Dunleavy.
Hey, Bruce, I'm wondering about Tristan Wirfs. Were you surprised on draft day when he was still there, considering he could have been the first lineman off the board, and then how well has he played as a rookie?
Yeah, we were, and especially if people say, hey, you just moved up one spot. Well, you didn't know who else was going to trade up there for him. And, Jason did a great job. Yeah, we had him ranked the highest guy. And he came in, and he's been nothing but a dream come true for us. Extremely mature young man, great athlete, and just took the bull by the horns and just has done a great job blocking just about everybody they put in front of him.
Next, we'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, can you speak to how your injured guys look today, namely the safeties and AB?
Yeah, they all work today and look good. Now it's just a matter of do they swell tomorrow, and we'll monitor that in the training room. But they were active today and ran around pretty good.
We'll go to Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Bruce. Earlier this week, Tom had mentioned that he's kind of open to the fact of playing after 45. Given what you've seen him do this year, have you or Jason talked with him or his people about extending his contract past next year?
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with contracts, so that would be all a Jason question. And I think Tom's real happy where he's at, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Next, we'll go to Mark with the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hey, Bruce, you've talked this week about the no-risk-it philosophy, and I imagine that's not absolute. You don't always want to throw caution to the wind, but in a game as big as the Super Bowl, how do you maintain that right feel that you've had for when to be aggressive and when to play it safe?
Yeah, I think each and every game, you have a feel for it on the sideline, how it's going, how your defense is playing, are the risks worth the rewards? And so I can't say that we ever go in there, hey, we're just throwing caution into the wind today. A lot of it's just gut feelings as the game is going along.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Emmanuel Morgan.
Hi, Coach. The Chargers played the Chiefs pretty well, and they kind of rushed forward. For you particularly, what kind of challenge is it to go into Chiefs offense, and how can rushing forward kind of be affecting in that?
Well, yeah, when you're rushing four, you got many more defenders back there, whether it's man or zone, and you can double people and do a lot of things. When you start to have to rush five or start blitzing, you're starting to get into more either fire zone defense or man coverage, and you don't want to single these guys that often. So if you can just do it with four, yeah, it's a blessing.
Next, we'll go to Jory Epson.
Hi, Bruce. Thanks for your time today. Your team has an extensive social justice initiative, including your players' social justice board and the mentorship program. How important to you is it that your team has these honest, open conversations about what goes on in our country, and that the team provides ways to act on those conversations?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head. Act. Yeah, I'm very, very proud of our guys and our organization. Darcy Glazer Kasowitz leads that whole thing, and our Justice Department, the team loves it. I mean, they were so happy when they came up with the idea of this year of mentoring the school children and doing everything. Those guys are really connected to those kids. And, when I talk to them all the time, it's like words are one thing, but action speaks way louder than words. And our guys have been active.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to Susie Colbert.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Suze.
I'll be out at the stadium early on Sunday morning for a good 4 hours or so. Weather is really looking pretty nasty. So how does that impact how the game is called, and just kind of what experiences have you put the guys through just to be able to deal with that?
Yeah, we've been fortunate this year. We've had rain before and after, and I'm hoping this one they're talking now maybe rain in the morning and possibly clearing up for the game, but you never know. We've been outside in the wind all week, and it's been really, really windy. So that affects the kickers and the quarterbacks, obviously. But the field's going to be in great shape. I don't think Tom has played in every kind of weather condition there is, and for our guys, it's proper shoes, proper gloves. If you're handling a wet ball.
Next, we'll go to Nora with the Ringer.
Hey, Bruce. Thanks for doing this. Just curious, both you and Kansas City, your offenses have been pretty good in some 3rd and long situations. Now, you don't want to be in those situations, but can you just speak to when you are able to convert those, what it does to a defense that you're facing that maybe thought they had you, and then you find a way to get out of it?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything worse than giving up a 3rd and 14 on defense, and other than giving up a touchdown. And it demoralizes the defense. You have to think you're off the field, then you're back out there for more play, and you'll see a lot of big plays happen after people give up that type of down and distance 3rd down conversion. For us, it all starts with protection. I know for Kansas City, it's Patrick. He extends a lot of plays and makes a lot of plays happen. For us, it's more of design protection and running good routes and throwing and catching.
Next, we'll go to Suni Upal.
Hi, Bruce. Jason Pierre-Paul's been getting a lot of love for the journey he's been on. What's he like in the facility and as a player on the field as well?
Oh, he's a joy, man. He's a ball of energy. I told him not to practice today, and he's running all over the place. And just the energy he brings and the intensity that he brings when he plays. He doesn't say a lot, but when he does, everybody stops and listens.
And last question will come from Santiago Tomasi.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. You were in the Cardinals. You have 1 year off before taking the place in Tampa Bay. How does that year off make you come back to the league? You were an analyst, but how does that year change your perspective?
Yeah, I did the broadcasting with CBS, and I was able to go to a bunch of different teams and see how they worked on Fridays, getting some different ideas. It also, gave me a little bit of itch to be around the locker room, be around players more. Different players I knew on other teams that I broadcasted for. But I wasn't dying to get back in. Everything just kind of fell right into place perfectly. Ownership, general manager was a great fan of trust, and my staff being available just lit a fire back in me. And my wife, she got extremely excited. She's excited. I'm excited.
Well, that's all we have time for. Appreciate you taking the time, Coach.
Thanks.